Hello! Welcome back to a Lazy Sunday podcast. My name is Kay. I am your host here. I am also the dyer behind Lazy Sunday Yarns over on Etsy. You can also find me on Instagram at the same name. Everything is linked down below for you. I am here with you today coming from Portreath, Cornwall on a lovely grey, miserable day. I am drinking gingerbread tea from Tea Pigs, their limited edition Christmas range, in my Zan and Me cup, which is, I'm sure you have guessed, one of my favourite cups. So grab your drink, grab your knitting, and let's get started. Hello lovelies, welcome back to second lockdown. I haven't been here for a while. There are a few things that have changed. I was just so busy with work that the fear of a second lockdown amped up the craziness in retail, and I'm sure someone else here will agree with me. It was crazy, and in a knitting shop, and I'm sure lots of you have done the same, and I felt the same way. The feeling is I'm going to go into lockdown, so I need a project to do while I'm home. I, however, did not need to buy any wool because I have plenty to keep me going and plenty of projects to keep me going and that need to be finished, as I'm sure you will know from watching this podcast. So yeah, it was just crazy, and I'm sorry it's taken so long to film another episode. It's just, it is what it is. I was getting home and passing out straight away, so sorry about that. You may have noticed, yes, it is early November. Yes, my Christmas tree is up. I'm in a red jumper. You will have seen in the intro I'm drinking Christmas tea. Lockdown coming has meant Christmas starts early in the Lazy Sunday household. I am a Christmas fanatic. Lots of people will be saying, "Won't you get bored?" And my answer is no. 2 months is still not enough. So it's it's mostly here because I wanted more Christmas, and it's partly here because I have a shop update for you this week, and it is all my Christmas colourways and Christmas buttons, which are sort of not been cooked yet, so I'm not going to show you those today, but they will be in the shop update this week. So I thought, let's get festive to show off the Christmas products. What I'm wearing, I'm not wearing any hand knit today because my washing machine's been broken, and obviously I'm backed up with my washing. I'm quite naughty. I don't really hand wash my knitting things, mainly because I need at least a little bit of spin, because in a damp Cornish house right by the beach, like a hand washed garment can take literally weeks to dry. So they'll get damp and musky, and it's better for them to not do that. So no, I don't have any hand knit objects on, sorry. So I guess we will start with FOs. Shockingly, I actually have one for you today. I've finished something. I haven't shown this to you yet. I started it just after the last episode, and finished it like a couple of days ago. It technically isn't finished, it hasn't been blocked yet, but I wanted to show you, and I wanted it to be ready to show you. It is
not wearing my glasses, so you're going to see me do this at my laptop quite a lot.
It is the Dreaming Slow hat from Ching Fiber. The pattern is on Ching Fiber. I'm almost certain that Kat from Heather and Hops, she is so lovely. If you don't watch her podcast, you need to go on over and watch her podcast. I'll link it below. She's so lovely. She deserves all the love in the world. But this is a hat I think she designed for Ching Fibre, called the Dream and Slow hat, and it's gorgeous. This is a gift knit for my brother. He asked for a hat. He asked for a black hat. This is obviously quite mild, but I think it's dark enough that I'll get away with it. I don't think he's going to watch this. I am going to sort of say don't watch the whole episode to my family, because there is some gift knitting in here. He asked for a completely black one, but quite honestly I don't want to knit a black hat, so it just didn't happen. I just refused to do it. Basically, this is knit in my Hecate Veil colourway. So when I was dreaming up my Hecate yarn, I had this hat in mind, and I think I went just a little bit heavy on the black dye, and it didn't really come out the way I intended. So there are some extra skeins. They are one of a kinds up on the shop in this dark colourway. It isn't quite this dark. This is what's left of the ball, so it is a little bit lighter. Focus. That's about as good as we'll get, I think. It is held together with 2 strands of mohair. I have used Drops Kid Silk mohair, which is such nice quality and like really good for the price. And that's just in the black colourway. So it is 2 strands of that and my Hecate Veil, and it came out really nice. I'm really pleased with it. I am worried. I have a giant head, and as does my brother, so I am worried I've done it a little bit too short, but I think it might ease with blocking. I hope. Otherwise he's going to have to wear it without a turn, and it doesn't quite have the same look to it. Never mind. He's a giant man, so it might be too small, but if it's too small I'll just knit him another one. It's fine, not the end of the world. So that's it for that one. That is also it for my FOs, as I'm sure you're not very surprised by. Have a sip of tea. If you haven't already tried the gingerbread Tea Pigs limited edition one, I almost don't want to tell people about it, so there's enough left in stock for me. I'm obsessed with it. And the other one, they have 3 this year, and Glühwein is the, I think I'm saying that right, I'm really sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It's mulled wine, let's just say that flavour, and it's gorgeous because I'm not a fan of mulled wine just like at home. Like, it's the wine bit of the mulled wine that I'm not a big fan of. Like, warm wine just isn't for me, but to have the tea with all the spices in is really nice. So would recommend, 10 out of 10. Anyway, let's move on to whips. I am going to talk about, because Matty has gone for a walk, and this is his Christmas present, so I'm going to talk about this first in the hopes that he doesn't come home like when I'm talking about it, because I don't want him to see it. But like, the plan was to make it at work, and now I'm not at work and I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it without him seeing it. Lockdown ruined so many plans, not just mine, but you know, I hope you're all safe though. Please do, like, you know, stay home, stay
safe, do the right thing here.
I'm a bit high energy today, sorry. So I am making for the Matthew, you would hate if you heard me call him that. The pattern is Witch Hat by Regina, I'm going to say Weiss, it's W, but I'm presuming it's Weiss. So it's a witch's hat pattern. I'm knitting it in an olive colourway from Stylecraft, the Life range. It's got so it's got a little bit of wool in it. This is all I've done so far. It is crocheted. It is a double knit wool. The pattern calls for a 3.25 hook. I am using a 3.5 because I want it to just be a little bit bigger for him. The idea of this is to make a Snufkin hat from the Moomins. Matty loves Snufkin. He is a big fan of cosplay. He never really gets involved in cosplay, but I don't think that's because he doesn't want to. I think he very much wants to. He's just never really had the opportunity to, or the costume to do so. So I'm gonna like low-key, just like bit by bit, make him a Snufkin costume. So we'll see how that goes. Well, I'll sort of like make the hat first and see how that goes down, because a hat sitting on a shelf is much more like, is fine if he doesn't want to wear it. So, but that's all I've done of it. That's all I've got. I'm about a third of the way in. Like, that's not a hat, is it? That's not big enough. I'm gonna have to find time to do it when he's not around. And I just don't know when that's gonna be now. So I might just have to tell him I'm doing it. Either that, or I tell him I'm making him something and I'll just sit in the bedroom hoping that he doesn't cheat and come in. Because I don't trust him. He's a big kid and he likes to spoil his Christmas presents. He doesn't. He threatens to. And then I tell him I'll be disappointed and he feels bad, so he doesn't do it. So let's put that away and hide that in the bag that sits behind the sofa, that he just like hide it in plain sight is my theory. There is also a DVD for him that is just sat on the top of the shelf behind the sofa, just sat there, not out like it's in a plastic bag, but like I know him well enough to know that he won't go, what's in this bag? So hiding in plain sight is the best thing for Matty. Moving on, he's not gonna watch this. I make him not watch it, so you know, if he does then he's breaking the rules. So the next whip, let's move on to the cardigan. So last time I spoke to you about a commission knit that I was making, which again, the lady I was making it for was in hospital just before we went into lockdown, so I was like, I can write, like, I've got to get it done by the end of October. And then she had an operation. It wasn't anything COVID related. She had to rest a bit longer. Her recovery is taking a little bit longer. So I've slowed down considerably on this. And by slowed down, I mean come to a screeching halt. So I am knitting the main squeeze cardigan, which would help if I told you where it was from. I didn't write that down in my notes. Is it that one? No, is it that one? It's from Modern Daily Knitting, and it is from issue 12, which is the Big Joy issue. And it is this nice, super chunky, like coatigan, for lack of a better term. This, last time I showed you, I think I was about here. I didn't have much on it at all. I have since finished a sleeve. The lady I'm knitting it for is very tall, so it might seem quite long, but I'd rather it be a bit too long than a bit too short, because having long gangly arms myself, getting a cardigan that's like too long for you is like the dream. So I'm hoping to give her that sort of vibe. So here is one sleeve knit and ready. It is knit in the Marble Chunky by James Brett. It is an 100% acrylic yarn, but as acrylics go, it's quite a nice one to work with because the colour range is gorgeous. I am holding them together because of course it is just a chunky, so I'm holding two strands together to make a super chunky. So there is one sleeve. I have also almost finished my second sleeve. So they don't really match, But last time I made a cardigan using this wool, I tried to get the two sides to match, and it's just not going to happen with this wool. So yes, but like I say, I've just slowed down loads. I just hate it. I know that's really horrible, and it's going to be so well loved, but like purple is not my colour. It's really it makes a really quite stiff fabric, which it will be good and lovely and warm, and it's supposed to do that, but it like makes my hands ache to knit with it. Like super chunky is not my favourite weight to knit at all. I love double knit and Aran. I can go up to a chunky at most, but like I just really don't enjoy super chunky. It feels like a slug to do it. So as soon as we went into lockdown, it just screeching halt. And I haven't picked it up. I think I did like 2 rounds on it, watching an episode of Gilmore Girls like 2 days ago, and that's literally all I've done since lockdown was announced, because I'm not going to see the lady I'm doing it for. So I was like, I've got time now, it's fine, and knit an entire hat instead, as you do. So the last whip, no it's not, I've got one more whip after this. So this is my next whip, and it is my Hermione's Everyday Socks. Last time I showed you, I was about three repeats from starting the heel. I have since started and finished the heel. Still haven't done the sock, mainly because I was working so hard on the hat, and I've been focused on gift making. So the heel I did just after we finished podcast. I finished the podcast. Last one, and the gusset and the little bit I've knit on it after the heel, and after the gusset was done pretty much yesterday, so I would have more to show you. So I'm not that far from it now. It's just like, you know, keep going in pattern, and because you all know this, I don't know why I'm telling you, but because you don't knit the pattern on the base of the foot, the sole of the foot, obviously it's a lot quicker to do the foot, so it's going to go quite quickly now. And I'll have a pair of socks finally that are mine and I don't end up giving away. But
I was going to say again, that's it for whips. It's definitely not. There's one more, and one more quite important one as well. So,
this is my BagVent, which is what it's called. Last time I spoke to you about the fact that I have been thinking about a project for a DIY advent calendar for the last 2 years, and only recently did I realise sort of how I wanted to construct it. I then sat down with my colours, which you can see now match my tree, like that bauble there specifically. Can you see that one? It's all, you know, teals and golds. So I had a play and I came up with a bag with some like eyelets for some like ribbon drawstring, and then I made another one, and I thought maybe I should write this pattern up, and I put it out there a little bit and I seemed to get a good response from it, so the pattern has been written up. The pattern has been written up. If I'm saying it wrong, my mum will tell me, but it's fine. You know what I'm trying to say. I, as I say, have had no time on my hands at all. as I'm sure you can tell from the little amount of knitting I've done since I've last seen you, which was a while ago. So because I haven't had that time on my hands, I reached out to a very dear friend, Rachel Dearden, who is RDC Crochet. She will be linked below. She is a goddess sent from, you know, Mount Olympus. She is the only reason I managed to get a degree, because she just she organises you just perfectly. She can tailor it so well. She's the kindest soul, and she will do anything for anyone. So I reached out to her and said, you understand my brain. Here are my notes. Can you help me write the pattern up, please? And she's done it, and she's gone above and beyond, and it is ready to go. It's been testing it. She tested it. A couple other people did as well. And it will be up on, I'm going to put it on Ravelry, but I am also going to upload it as a PDF to my Etsy, and that will be part of my update on Wednesday as well. The reason I am doing it on Etsy as well is because of the issues with Ravelry still not 100% being sorted. So I want to give people who can't use the new site an option, basically, to find it if they want it. So yeah, it's going to be uploaded on Wednesday. The only credit that goes to me is the initial idea. All of the pattern credit goes to her. She's just a babe. She's an absolute babe. Please go follow her, 'cause she deserves the love. I've literally knit those. She's knit I think nearly the whole pattern already. I just gave her my notes and a stack of charts of what I want the stripes to be, and she's done it. She's a babe. I can't get over it. So those are my little bags. I love them. I just need to finish them before December starts, so I actually have the Advent. There's so much to do before December. It's fine. It's fine. So for whips, that's it really. I do have a little bit of acquisition for you. Not much, because I've been busy, and I've been worried about a lockdown, which I think rightly so apparently. So I've not been spending as much as I would like to have. There is a lot of things that I would have bought otherwise, I think, just impulsively. I did, however, impulsively buy a mini train set to go around the bottom of my tree, but my justification of that, it's coming today, I'm really excited about it, but I justify that by Bunny Rabbit loves the Christmas tree, and by loves the Christmas tree I mean loves to attack the Christmas tree that has a bunch of wires. I'm sure you've noticed all of the wires on the top of my shelf, so they're not on the floor for him to eat them and kill my 600 lights that took me an hour to put on the tree. So I went on the bunny forums, and lots of people have said they keep a train, a little running around the bottom of the tree, because the bunnies are sort of why are you moving? I don't really like that, and don't go near the tree then. So I'm hoping it works with him. I'm kind of thinking it's not going to, and he's just going to attack the train instead, but at least he's not attacking the wires. So I don't know. He's a nightmare. He's very cute, but he's massive, and nothing will stop him. So I'll film a little video of him in the train if he goes near it, because I think that's just going to be really cute, and I'll share it with you all. Anyway, look, tangent there. Sorry. Haven't done much yarn shopping. There is another one coming that will probably be on my next episode, as it has not arrived yet. I have been informed that it's on its way, but I've been on the self-striping kick recently, and I ordered from Trailing Clouds Mind the Gap on her Blueface Leicester self-striping sock base, and it's inspired by the London Underground railway line, so it's each colour of the lines there, and it's just the on the listing on Etsy there's a sample of it knit up, and I saw it and I just couldn't resist. It's gonna make some real nice snazzy socks. I just need time to actually bloody knit them. I need, like, if I could just sit home all day, well, that's what we're doing now, really. I'm enjoying being at home all day and knitting all day. However, the wrist, not so much. I am stretching, but like, getting a bit creaky there. The only other purchases I have made are not yarn related, but I ordered 2 little pins from Samantha Ainen. Pretty sure I'm saying that right. I apologise if I'm not. And I bought the little pumpkin, because who doesn't love a little happy pumpkin? And don't know if you can see that, it says fueled by tea, which truer words have never been spoken. Acquisitions, that's literally all I've got. Few other things come in, but that haven't arrived yet, so I'll at least have something to show you next episode if I don't do any shopping from now till then. So I'm just going to move on to shop update news. There are 2 new colourways coming to the shop. There will be some buttons included in the update as well, all of which, the yarn and the buttons, will be festive themed. It is my Christmas update. These colours will be exclusive for Christmas and will be available until, deciding right here on the spot, should have thought about this first, let's say the end of December. They will be removed New Year's Day, providing I remember. If I forget, then they'll be up longer. But my birthday is 29th of December, so just after Christmas, and for me that just means Christmas goes on that long, so it will be after Christmas you can get them as well. So the first colour of my Christmas colourways is Fairy Lights. Nice and simple. You will have noticed in the background, I'm sure, I keep Fairy Lights up all year round and I grew up in a house that had fairy lights up all year round, and that doesn't only mean white lights. We keep our Christmassy coloured lights up all year round as well, because why not? Makes us happy. So on that note, I have dyed Fairy Lights, and it is all of the colours speckled in my Fairy Lights. I am so in love with this colour. It's like, you know when you imagine something and then it happens in real life? That's what this was. I know that sounds really silly, but like, it just doesn't always happen, does it? And I'm so proud of how it's turned out. I know that's really cheesy. I don't care. I am. Look at it. I'm gonna have to keep one of these, I think. I say I need to keep, I do that with everything, but I can just dye it again if I want it. It's fine. No use it's sitting on the shelf. One of you lovely people might as well have it. So, okay, I think we've made the point now. And the next, because I sort of wanted one traditional. I guess they are both sort of traditional colours, but I wanted one super traditional and one not so super traditional, because it covers all your bases then, really. So this is my super duper traditional one, and it is a lovely red and green. Do you know how long it took me to get this perfect green? Apparently I'm very picky with my Christmas greens. Didn't know that until I dyed this colourway. Took ages to get it right, but boom, we got it, and we've got notes, so we can very easily do it again. I love it, and the red's very closely like to this top. I love this sort of rusty red colour. It's my favourite sort of tone of red. This one, so this is just called Fairy Lights or Twinkle Lights. No, we'll go Fairy Lights. And this one is Oh, I've forgotten what I called it now. Bear with me. I beg your pardon. Oh, this one is Treat Yo Elf. Big fan of the puns over here at Lazy Sunday, if you haven't noticed. So that is it. That's all I've got to show you. Bit of a short one. She says it's nearly half an hour long at least. Sorry. That's about as short as it'll ever get with me. So that I haven't really got much else to report. I think I filled you in along the way. I've been furloughed now, so I'm at home all the time. So you might see a little bit more content come out from me. And just see where we go from here. Who knows if we're going to be, we're all going to be back to work in December or not, really. I hope so, if only to just see everyone before Christmas. But if it means we all stay safe, then we should all stay safe indoors. It is what it is. We can't do anything about it, really, except make the best of it. I just got lipstick on my chin, probably. So I've embraced it, really, and I'm at home, and I'm gonna have Christmas, and I'm gonna watch Christmas films and drink Christmas tea and hot chocolates and cuddle my bunny, who is confused by the whole concept of Christmas, because this is his first Christmas with us. And first Christmas indoors, because the lady we got him from kept them outdoors, so he's never had a Christmas before properly, and I'm gonna spoil him if I can help it, if I can. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and if you haven't enjoyed it, give it a dislike, because it's still interaction, it still boosts my video. So if you want to see more from me and get notified, please click the subscribe button down below and click the bell along with it, because it will tell you when I've got a video. Because as much as I try and keep to a routine, my dyspraxia does not allow me to keep to a routine. So I do my best to try and put one out at least every 3 weeks. Sometimes that gets pushed a little bit longer, but I'm still here, I'm still kicking, I'm still dying, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.